In this video we will show you how to create a JMS slave site having a specific template folder and a specific image and media folder. So before to start, we will use a case where we have a specific directory where we can deploy the slave site. So we have created a subdomain, and we have a subdomain like, for example, slave tree that is empty for the moment, that have its own directory. So if you go in the demo JMS and you check the files on the system, this is empty. So if we go now here, we will refresh just to show you that we have nothing. A specific image and media folder is required to replicate a website. So here we will use one existing slave site that we will replicate. So we will create first a website to replicate, replic slave 1, for example. The name we will enter later, but we will select this database, so we will ask to replicate this one, and we will compute the table prefix ourselves, and we will give later also these parameters. So we have provided very basic information. Perhaps we will ignore fake information, but I think it's all for the sample. It's enough. So we have a template. So now you will see the difference when we create a website. Suppose that we create a slave tree. Okay, we want to use the domain slave tree. That is the one that we have defined here. So slave tree here, that will be assigned to this directory. So the directory is this one. Okay, and now we would like to have image and media folder. So here we cannot use this one, but we will use this directory. So the idea is to put the same directory structures than Joomla, but you don't see any parameters. So if you want to be able create specific image media folder, you need to specify a database to replicate. Why you have to specify that? Because the parameters for the image and media folder are parameters that are present in the database. So for the moment we have just selected a website to replicate, but we have not yet given any table prefix. So we will give a table prefix 1.2.4 slave tree underscore, and now you can see that we have new parameters that are displayed. We don't change the login and password, and we will put here, for example, JMS to win demo 12x slave tree. Okay, remember that if you want to give specific parameters, they are relative. So here you can give images, we don't need to give a role or something like that, because we are in the case where we deploy the slave site in a specific directory. So for the second one, this is images/stories, and we have defined the parameters. So the result of that is that we have created a slave tree that is a replication of the slave 1 database with some differences. So if we have a look now here on the directory structure, if you compare, and we will compare that with another case, you see that you have the slave tree, you have the image folder here that initially is a copy of all the data that was present in the website, or in this case in the master website, and you see that you have a specific template directory, but inside you can see that you have by default links to the master website directory. If you want to replace them, it's not difficult, you just have to remove and reinstall the file, or delete manually and copy the directory. But now that you have this slave tree, you can install also I go here, so here I arrive on the front end, administrator, so when I'm here, I'm able here to manage, delete, reinstall components. So if you go in the installer, you can install specific template or delete them. So if you delete this one, this will just delete the one that is in your, you see, it's deleted. So you can delete here, and this will not delete in your master website. If we go in the master website, we still have the directory present. So this is still present here, so you can reinstall or change whatever you want. So now you can see also that the image, if I compare, for example, slave 2, that is another website where we have not specified any specific directory for the image and for the template. You see here that was a link, so that was shared. But in the case of the slave tree, this is a copy. So you have your specific directory and you can do whatever you want. So when you are in this situation, this means also that in your slave tree, if you go, for example, in the global configuration, you can check the media folder here. You can see the parameters for the media and image. If you compare with the master website, you can see that the parameters are identical, but are located into another directory because you have specified to deploy the website into its specific directory. So you can now manage the article, go in the media manager, and here, as you have a copy, you are in the directory slave tree image. This concludes this part of the configuration. Just to review again and show you the result. Sleeve tree. Select a database to replicate. Give its parameter for the deploy, and after that specify the directory that you want.